and of course, the number of lineup that we have to present. I think they have what it takes to actually not only make numbers, but of course to compete as far as the second division is concerned.
Certainly, they will be looking forward to something different. All the teams that have gained promotion to this particular competition before them are mostly in the first division. BK Milan is one of them. Fortune is one of them. Malan Jasi, Uncle going forward with the ball. Rashid is dispossessed. Samga trying to go forward. Captain Umar Jan is dispossessed. Famara Kamara does it long towards the number 19. The far end there. Cross comes in into the area. Not a good one. Out for a goal kick to Gunjur. He's struggling with our network here, but we hope it will just understand the situation, as we have a lot of people following this live commentary from within the country and outside. Rashid Unjai, Zala is accelerating with the ball. He wins a free kick for Gunjur United, quickly taken by Bapa Salif. Alaji Sar controls it at the far end, the attacking left wing position of Gunjur. Rasidu plays it back to center back. Lamin Manjang. Bibaro, they will call him. He's making up his mind, lift the ball for the captain, Salif Bojang. Leman Dabo looking forward to a cross. He's still struggling. We have two players calling for the pass. That was delayed. Samba are clearly or somehow making a slow start to this game. Try to look for strong footholds. Gunjur United are looking a bit defiant here. Wakar Sedi Babu. This commentary is not going to be as lively as the Supernovatan Zonal Championship. Every commentator will love to at least commentate the Supernovatan game. The ambience is there, the singings are there, the dancings are there, the drum beats are there. That make the commentary even far more lively. Gunjur going forward, Samga defended well again. I was talking about the ambience. There's no ambience here. The crowd is less than, I can certainly guess, not more than 75 people here. That is not going to be as lively as when we are at the Independence Stadium commentating games like between Gunjur and Seguda.
Most definitely. I think one would be equally very fair to actually compare the second division that of the Super now and considering the fact that, and also I think one of the contributing factors for as people are very much concerned about the also second division, but the fact that the game is also on Tuesday, taking into all of those things are also another factor. But of course, the Super now is of course one of the most anticipated leagues that can definitely follow. So I think that's quite understandable. But of course, I am definitely looking forward to a very exciting game here.
No doubt about that. Samga the then academy boys. No more academy boys. The football they play now compared to the Samga, the days of Suleiman Mare, the defensive midfield player of Gambia. Ura, I mean, you have all these amazing players. Samate, I mean, they just hand the title, the academy boys, down to the fact the kind of football they play. They possess the ball more than any single player, any single team in the Gambian top division league. But this Samga we are seeing here are not somehow replicating anything like that. They have some familiar names of some good players in their ranks. Kamara, the team captain, is a good player. Umar Jan, the number 10, Usman Jan, rather, is one of the most composed players in this pitch. He's a super amazing player, well composed, with great visions, lovely control. The passes are always accurate. Goalless is the score. Live commentary coming to you from the National Technical Training Center, where Samga are taking on Gunjur United in week 2 of GFF Division 2 League. Second game for both sides. Samga started with a defeat. Gunjur United earns a point. Their opening game against Immigrations. I'll get you the team lineup for Samga. You might not be familiar to the players, but somehow it's good to let you know who are starting for this team. Strike, the one into the hands of Gunjur's goalkeeper, Seni Trawale. Samga started with Ibrahim Jambang here. He has been a familiar face in between the woodwork for Samga for coming to a lot of years now as the goalkeeper. Daniel Gomez, number 2, Umar Tamba. Number 3, Ozil controls well inside the Samga 18-yard box. He's still going forward, looking for a strike, and he wins a free kick at a crucial position, at a dangerous position. Probably, that is a free kick at a good position, as a crucial one for that matter. But there is no deadly left-footed player in this Gunjur squad. I'm not so, yeah, I saw his echo in Alaji Sar. But you have Rasidu Njai and Salif Bojan standing over the ball.
Well, indeed, I think Gunjur have been doing very well starting in the start of the game. And I think that's actually a very brilliant thing there. And I think we have dead ball specialists there in the name of Baba and, of course, Uncle. If you remember back in the 2017 zonal jam, Uncle scored a similar free kick, around that dangerous angle. So let's hope and see whether he will be able to replicate that, or whether we will see Baba taking on that one. But it's a very deadly and, of course, very dangerous free kick there.
Just 19 yards away from Brahma Jamban's goal post, where he is waiting to make a save. Abubakar Demba Ozil and Salif Bojan Bapa are standing over the ball. This is a perfect position for a left-footed player who is going to take it among the two. Ozil comes, ricochet of the wall. A strike by Malan Jasi, wide of target. Should have been better than that. I mean, looking at the position of the free kick and the angle in which Ozil was standing as a left-footed player.
Indeed, I think one could have expected he could have done much better there. I'm considering the fact that he's a left-footed and that the ball was in a very good position. So it wasn't well calculated there. He could have done much better there.
Should have been better than that, no doubt about that. But probably down to the fact that he's not a dead ball specialist. That is why he's not able to hold it into the back of the net. Goalless is the score here. We are close to 10 minutes into the first period. Gunjur nil, Samga nil. The last time the two teams met in 2019-2020 league season, Samga snatched a 2-1 win over Gunjur United. And they will be looking to try and replicate something like that in this contest. But the way things are unfolding here, looks like Gunjur are the dominant forces as it stands at the moment. Samga attacking down their left wing channel. Tamba crosses in, Salif Bojan chases it down. We have not been seeing much as far as Ibrahim Cham, the center forward for Gunjur, is concerned. I mean, he has not been very much involved in the game, probably down to the fact that he has not been receiving passes from the midfield. Ibrahim Cham, Ibi Manta, the Mario Balotelli, the striker for Gunjur United, he has not been very much involved in this game.
Yeah, of course, he has not been very much involved, but I'm taking into consideration that he's a very fantastic striker. And Gunjur have been playing, even though they have been possession, but they have not been, creating much chance up front there. So one could be one of the factors as a result why he's not been very much seen or liked in this game.
Wakar Demba Ozil against the ball, not a good one. He's still struggling to win the position. Wakar Sedi Babu headed out by Samga defense line. They're going forward, number 9, Umar Jaju. He lost possession. Salif Bojan Bapa, Raji Sar. Salah Rasidu Jai is a lively player. The team. Number 10 player. He's playing more as a 10 player today for Gunjur United. He came on as a substitute in the first game and had a good game. I didn't watch that game. I must be honest to myself to confirm that I was told. No doubt about that. Usman Chance, Samga number 10 player. He's a good player, no doubt. They need to be careful in the way they always try to dispossess him. Very intelligent player he is. "12-minute play between Gunjur United and Samga. Goalless is the score. Live commentary coming to you from the National Technical Training Center. The goal project, they call it, but there isn't anything similar to a goal project from what we've been seeing here, or from what we are seeing here, this place doesn't deserve the title, a goal project. Samga going forward, Gunjur flex the ball and out for a throw in. The Gambia, Morocco, Algeria, Senegal, Nigeria all had a similar project from FIFA. But looking at what the structure those countries put in place cannot be any compared to what we are seeing here. Probably that is the reason why the name has been changed from Goal Project to the National Technical Training Center. There isn't anything similar to a goal project.
Absolutely, it couldn't have been better said there. I think much better could have been done here, taking into account we have only one new stadium here, and of course I think that's one of the reasons why we even have some of these major challenges as far as scheduling games are concerned, and people having to travel all the way from long distance. So I think that is one of the reasons why we have definitely been struggling with venues as far as the division.
Infrastructure has been a problem in the Gambia and continue to be a problem. A country that cannot even manage a single stadium. We had a lot of international coaches complaining that the Gambian national stadium, that's the independent stadium, is not fit rather to host a football game. Several coaches have been complaining about the poor condition of the pitch and the stadium. That clearly shows how we are not ready for the beautiful game. 14 minutes into the first period, Gunjur United nil, Samga nil is the score. In case you just joining, this is a live commentary coming to you from the National Technical Training Center. Game number 2 for both sides. Need to focus. I mean, they are making a lot of touches. They stitching passes together, enjoying the possession, but they are not being any meaningful as far as the first 15 minutes are concerned here.
Most definitely, especially in the heart of the midfield, they're controlling the ball, but of course they are losing so many balls so easily. So I think they need to put themselves in the heart of the midfield and be able to organize themselves up front and try to create some chances. Because of course they have all it takes, because they are being possessing the ball in the heart of the midfield, but the grouping and of course the finishing touches has been a problem. So they need to definitely develop on those areas.
Urgency and exposure or composure rather of Gunjur United need to be improved. If they want to get a goal here, they just enjoying themselves, playing, each and every player is playing within himself or around himself. But the meaningful movements and the passes are not forthcoming, even though they seem to be the better side as far as the possession is concerned. Malan Jazi, ball goes out for a throw. The Samga taken quickly, number 8, Umar Boob. Back to the left back. Boob gets it again for Samga. Place it to Usman Jan, team captain. Back to Boob again. Try to reconnect the number 9, Umar Jaju, down the right wing for Samga. Some players are making their way into the box. Samga slowly try to build the counter, build attack here. Umar Tamba. Cross comes in. The flag has been raised against Boob. Umar, number 8 player for Samga. And it's going to be a free kick to Gunjur United. Sekubaro takes it to Malan Jasi Uncle. He has been one of the most outstanding players for Gunjur in the 2016 Super Championship. The crowd roared, but that is offside. From where I am sitting, I clearly realize that it is an offside against Bokar Demba Osil of Gunjur United. This free kick is going to be taken by Samga, the number 2. Daniel Gomez. Left-footed one across to the right wing position. That's a lovely pass to number 18, Ansumana Gomez. He was not able to control the ball and it goes out for a throw in. Gunjur United, which has already been taken. We are 18 minutes into the first period. Nothing to separate the two here. Lovely dispossession there by Samga number 16. Sergio Baji. He nearly anticipated that pass and back he controls the ball with his heel. That is somehow magical.
Absolutely, that was quite intelligent of him. He actually saw that pass coming, and again the fact that Pathway was actually running for to actually collect that ball. So that's exactly what he needed.
Gunjur attacking. Suleiman Dabo. Is it going to be something for Gunjur? Good defending there by Samga. 17 for the Sane hits it out for a throw, but the Gunjur right back Suleiman Dabo has been penalized for at least being in an offside position. And it's going to be a free kick. Daniel Gomez is going to take it left-footed, deep into Gunjur half, a header by Lamin Manjang. Bibaro Samga try to enjoy some little position here, but it goes out for a throw. Gunjur's captain Salid Bojang tried to somehow disagree with the second assistant referee. He felt that the decision should have been in his team's favor, that is the throw in, but the referee concurred with his assistant referee to give it.
Foi mai su number 3. Si fa bola.
$20 minutes into the first half. Still Samga nil, Gunjur United nil. In week 2 of JFF National Domestic Division 2 League. Second game for both sides. As earlier on stated, Samga started their campaign with a 3-0 defeat against Bombarda, while Gunjur United came from behind from 2-0 down to snatch a point in a 2-2 draw against Immigration. This is a free kick to Samga at the far end of their left wing attacking third. It comes in, Senitrawale parried it out, not too far away. Samga try to reload the ball back. Gunjur will break on a little counter attack here. Malan Jasi, Malpasi. Samga try to clear the ball out, not too far away. Etienne Ansumana Gomez heads the ball. Malan Jasi checks it, but he's dispossessed. And Daniel Gomez clears the ball out for Samga towards the direction of Usman Jan, the number 10, the most composed player in Samga team. Number 8, Umar Mbub for Samga. For Captain Famara Kamara, left-footed cross into the area, headed by Umar Jaju. Failed to go in the direction in which you intend. But the urgency and the composure of both sides, definitely. Probably they have some plan that they're trying to utilize here. But I think they need to improve on the urgency.
Absolutely, I think that is very fair to say. Taking into the performance from both sides, they have been clinical. Especially in their final touches, both sides have been, doing extremely well. And now Samga have been, trying to put up their team and then, trying to make some good movement out there. But they have not been very much clinical in front of goal. So I think both sides need to certainly work on that and try to get something out of that.
Definitely need to. The crowd here will definitely love to see a goal here, either from Samga or Gunjur United. No denying is something that gets the crowd gingered. You don't have any should I say, supporters. We have spectators here, people who are comfortably sitting, enjoying the game here, unlike supporters or fans. Malan Jasi, lovely control to Rasidun Jai, Zala, try to pass. They arrive in Ibrahim Cham. Samga dispossessed. Samga try to go forward. Sadio Baji, Umar Jaju. We surround there by Sekou Baro. Strike and ricocheted off Sekou and goes out for a corner. For Samga. Is this the first corner of the game? I can't remember.
Yeah, I think that's the first corner of the game. And there was a timely block there by, the very, of course, talisman there, Sekou. He's very timely, and of course, the tackle are always very much timely. I think that's exactly what he definitely needed there. Taking into account that striker is very much, he's a very fine striker and informed striker for that matter. So I think that's a very block there by Sekou.
No doubt about that. The corner has already been taken, and the ball was cleared out for a throw to Samba. Taken to 3, Umar Tamba. Cross comes in, low one, Samba. Good blocking there by Lamin Manjam Bibaro. Otherwise, that should have been a dangerous one. Or that would have been a dangerous one, even though Senitrawale narrowed the angle in which Manjam was trying to target. Kamara strike. Very wide of target and behind for a goal kick for Gunjur United. He's a player who is good. He has a good accuracy. He can bang in goals from far range. But he failed to hit the target in his first attempt. Alaji Sar, Gunjur United plays the ball back to centre back Sekou. But the defensive midfield player. Back to Sekou again. He does long, no Gunjur player there. Cross comes in, parried over by the goalkeeper. That's a good one. Malang Jasi gets the ball down. He's looking for support. Try to beat the goal at the Samga number 18, Mane, but he did well to dispossess. That was a good effort by the Samga goalkeeper, Ibrahim Chamba. Otherwise, the arriving player would have just knocked the ball into the net.
Certainly, he's a very good goalkeeper there, and I think without having targeted that goal, definitely the striker would have just find another very easy to just target inside at the back of the net.
And a yellow card has been shown to Samga's Umar Jaju for deliberately trying to deceive the referee. Pretend as if he was going to chase the ball only to use his hand to push the ball forward. We've seen players doing that at professional level, but the referee is very much focused to ensure that he's on top of his game here. Goalless. It is score, nothing to separate the two here. Gunjur United nil, Samga nil is the score. Live commentary coming to you from the National Technical Training Center, the goal project here at Yundum. This place is owned by the Gambia Football Federation. Rashidun Jai Zala. Place it to Salif Bojambapa in the midfield. Lamin Manjang. Long one toward Ibrahim Acham. Struggle to control the ball and the goes. The league, or rather Gunjur United, started their league campaign for the 2019-2020 league season, which was eventually declared null and void with no winner, neither any relegation due to the outbreak of the coronavirus pandemic. They started that campaign with a 2-1 win over Team Rhino in their first game. Their second game was against Nico, a 3-1 win at the Independence Stadium, where Dauda Dabo Viper opens the scoring before Omar Ture Busquets made it 2-0. And Salif Bojan, team captain, or assistant team captain rather, the team captain is Lamin Bojang Mountain. Salif Bojan made it 3 from the penalty spot after, because centre back deliberately handled Malanjasi's goal-bound strike. That has been an impressive start for them last season. Unlike this time around when we see them struggling. 2 wins out of 2 last year, and here they are held to a goalless draw, or they are playing a goalless draw against Samga, and they started their campaign with a 2-0 draw against Immigrations.
Of course, that could be, down to so many factors. I think it's still the same number of players that they have, and I think that this time around they have some great adjustments in their squad, and that could certainly help them. Last year they started it very brightly, very solid, but due to the coronavirus, we all know these have been, has so many factors that actually affected in so many facets of human development. And of course, football, and of course, Gunjur United is one of those things. So I think that's quite understandable, and I think the league is very much young, and for one to be able to determine whether they will be able to make it or not, we still have a very long way to go. Very too many games to play, so we still have a very long way to go to determine whether they will be able to do well or not.
Half an hour played into the first period. Gunjur United nil, Samga nil is the score. Game number 2 for both sides in Jeffet National Domestic Division 2 League. We've seen a lot of lovely build-up from Gunjur United here, but the end product has always been poor. They're going forward. Is this going to be the opener? Ibrahim Acham's strike goes wide of target. That should definitely have been something for Gunjur United. I mean, he was point player, no player coming behind him. He was just one-on-one with the goalkeeper. He should have taken his time rather than going for that unnecessary, malicious strike.
Arguably, I think he has no reason to be in a haste to be able to find that strong. He has all options. One to keep his cool and then he come in front of goal, and he has another option of unleashing the ball to Ose because he was on mark out there. So I think not much have been seen as far as he's concerned up front there. He needs to be very much take his cool and calmness to be able to get the better of those defenders.
Gunjur United, Ibrahim Acham missed the advantage to get his side on the ascendancy here, and the scoreline stays intact. No mark on the score sheet yet. Goalless, nothing to separate the two. Gunjur United nil, Samga nil. Is the score. Marjan going forward. The flag stays down. Cross comes in, deflected, safe well by Seni Traoré. That was definitely a good save by Seni Traoré, and this is a foul. So Gunjur United, Samger's player has been penalized there, but he failed to somehow agree with the referee. That's the number 16. Let me check on his name on the list. Sergio Baji. That's my brother. We both share the same surname, even though we are not related anyhow. But we just share the same surname.
I mean, you might not know. Maybe you are related. That is Gambia for you.
You know, Gambia is very small. You sometimes might not know. When you try to find out the roots, at some point you will, at the end, definitely you will realize that you are somehow there will be a bit of connection, even though Mandingas will say Wulu Jama Kakewale sometimes. But nevertheless, Gunjur United nil, Samga nil is the score. I'm not loving the atmosphere here, no doubt. Aside from the little individual brilliance I am seeing here, and I am enjoying. Otherwise, there isn't anything entertaining about this game. Even though the two sides are just trying to knock the ball well, especially Gunjur United, but Samga try to build a little attack here down there left wing. Cross comes in. No Samga player there to make contact with the ball, but Kamara gets the ball, plays it to number 8 move who missed the ball. Yusuf has going for a free kick to Gunjur United deep inside their own half.
We did it. The car is
10 minutes plus added on time before the left-footed strike, parted over by Seni Traoré. Lovely strike there from Sadio. And a lovely save by Seni Traoré. Otherwise, that would have been a goal. That's a lovely save by the young goalkeeper.
Well taken one there, and of course, well saved there by the goalkeeper. I think some are getting are now trying to better of Gumbu lively in this game.
Salif Bojan touches the ball. Malan Jazi offside, 2 Gunjur player caught offside here. He was not trying to connect the running Sekou Baro, who was just try to somehow carry the ball in front of Gunjur United. I like the way he played as a defender. Definitely in modern day football defending, you need to be so much comfortable with the ball. At least try to help your team, build the team from behind, and that is what exactly Sekou has been doing for Gunjur. I mean, since he started playing at top level in the Super Norwegian Zonal Championship.
Certainly, and knowing the type of an individual he is, not only a defender, but you have to be hungry and you have to be somebody who is always, up for goal. And I think Sekou is that sort of an individual who always want to get the better of his opponent, and that has actually been manifested in their first opening. Taking into account that his assist that he has contributed, that get the better of immigration to be able to level matters there. So I think that is exactly what should be embedded in each and every one of their players, especially the Mario, that is the striker. Taking into account he has all the physical abilities, he has all the strength to be able to get the better of his defender. So much is of course expected from him.
That is the voice of the ever indefatigable Summarize Apa M. Jata here at the National Technical Training Center. Gunjur United nil, Samga nil is the score. Whenever one see players like Malan Jasi, Salif Bojan, Sekou Baro, Bemba Fati, it refreshes the memories of the Super Norwegian Zonal Championship. I mean, I just can't imagine how that team is not able to, how these players are not able to help Gunjur qualify to the first division. Looking at trying to imagine the kind of football that team used to play. They were the better team. They were the best team in 2016 Super Heavyweight and Zonal Championship. They possessed the ball more than any zone. They created more chances than any zone. They were so clinical up front, very much tactical and technical at the back. And a lot of people were saying if these teams should be together, should at least try to, the officials or the technicians try to keep this team together, Gunjur will definitely have the best team in the country. But unfortunately, rather unfortunate that we cannot have all the numbers here. Only a few of them started this game. Sekou Barrow, Malan Jassi, Salif Bojang. These are the only players starting in this lineup today. Quite sad.
Certainly, you just draw my mind and of course my attention to the 2016 and of course 2017 zonal championship. And of course, these are the caliber of players who actually produce history, and that was when history was written for Gunjur as far as the Super Nawetan is concerned. And I think it's the same pool of players that are actually gained promotion for Gunjur in the second division, and the same players who are actually competing. And the last time Gunjur was playing in preparation of their second division campaign, I was actually watching the game, and I was, together with one of the first division coaches. I wouldn't want to mention his name, but what exactly he told me, that is exactly what I have been saying. Is according to him, Gunjur has all it takes. This team, if he is to be the manager of this team or the coach of this team, and if he has to he has all it takes to compete with any first division team, to compete, not only to make numbers, but of course to compete for the title. So that actually speaks volume to say this team has all it takes. So I think it's just down to the management to be able to, try to do what is expected and be able to make sure that they get the better of these players. But these are very, good players in any of those departments. They are very good players. So sometimes you tend to wonder why is it actually taking us, this long to actually get ourselves to the fourth division. But it's a very exciting young team.
No doubt about that. I have to let this one go. It's a bit long. Yes, definitely. Looking at that team, Musan Dong is missing, Usman Nyas is missing, Lamin Boya is missing, Yusufa Toure, Iso is missing, Lamin Jalo is missing, Sako. Many will call him. Who again? That was in 2017. I'm just trying to at least refresh the memories. Yunus Jata, the goalkeeper. Daddy, many will call him. Missing Alassane Maron, Usman Yasin Boys. These are super amazing players. As I used to describe them, the bright, animated, young, energetic, inventive, and determined Gunjur team. The way, that team plays football will definitely make you feel like that is how football is played in paradise.
I certainly couldn't have agreed better there, and I think that is one of the games you always watch, you always love to actually commentate. I can certainly definitely be a witness to that. So that is of course a very great memories there. And I think with this team, even though the fanfare and of course the euphoria cannot be replicated here, but the performance and of course the accolades that they have been known for in their Super Nawetan of 2016 and of course 2017 can still be replicated here, and then we also write history as far as getting promotion to the fourth division is concerned for Gunjur.
That should be a collective conundrum, and definitely it's a collective conundrum. Looking at the current situation of the team that has once been dubbed as the best team in the Gambia. Sadly enough, things are gradually changing. They ain't the team they used to be, definitely, but certainly the entire community will have to come together with the management of Gunjur United. The players themselves have to show that commitment, that readiness have to be seen in them. And so last season, they tried to at least. Gunjur going forward, is it going to be a goal? Abakar Demba is penalized for an offside. The goalkeeper saved the goal with his shot rather, and they somehow disagreed. Samga player is down in George and the referee temporarily stopped the play here. Well, on the whole, I was not recording anything. I was thinking that I was definitely recording that movement. But that should have definitely be a goal for Gunjur United. Otherwise, I mean, Bokademba Ozil moved too soon into the trap. I mean, technical defending there by Daniel Gomez at the back for Samga United. The counter attack, 3-on-1. They definitely should have done something. At least this is what I love about Alama Bangura, Adama Bangura. People used to, Alama many used to call him the former Onyokoyor player and the Gunjur zonal team player in 2018, I guess. Yeah, 2018. He don't release the ball when his teammate is standing in an offside position. If he was the player here, he wouldn't have go in for Ozil. He would rather wait for the arriving player, and Gunjur United will definitely get something from that.
Certainly, especially when you get into the box. Why do you have to be in a hurry? Why do you have to be afraid of being knocked down? So I think even he has an option of finding the back of the net there because he's a very left-footed strike there. So I think definitely much better is expected. He has all the physical abilities and of course all the strength to be able to actually find the back of the net there. And I think that's when we can be able to get the better of this game here.
They definitely need to up the urgency of their game, but Samga has been very disciplined, trying to adapt to their technical and tactical system here. They're playing according to their game plan, slowly building up attacks and try to hit on counter attacks whenever they realize there's a bit of gap at the back for them to exploit. Their head coach is Suleiman Kuyate, Sol Kuyate, from Birkama United head coach. He has won some accolades with Birkama United in the top tier. Malan Jasi, Abu Saidi Rada, Malpassis, Samga attacking. Trawale comes out, but the Samga player, 16, Baji, has been penalized for an offside. And that is a free kick. Seni Trawale is down injured tentatively. And the play is temporarily stopped, even though we nearly exhaust the first 45 minutes. We're going to take probably a minute. That is what the fourth official is trying to confirm from the central referee. If he can add a minute, there has not been much time wasting in this game, definitely. I think 1 minute would be fair enough to be added under the first 45-minute foul.
Certainly, I would be equally fair to say it looks like this game is certainly going to be settled for a draw. So, and there we have this 1 hour, 1 minute at a time in this time. So, it has actually been a very competitive game. Not much has been seen as far as finding the back of the net or even creating clear-cut chances there. Both teams have been, certainly knocking the ball around, but in front of goal, they have not been very much clinical, especially taking into account the number of chances that have been created by individuals in Gunjur.
Thank you very much, Pa M. Jata. Prince Emma is supposed to join us, but he said he's not able to make it. Probably in the next game, it's not going to be quite frequent, but then from time to time, we will try by any means necessary to bring you the live coverages or the live commentary. Smart John, try to go forward. I've been talking about this player. They need to be careful with him. I mean, he's very technical. He's not just technical. He's technically good, tactically good. The visions are good. I mean, and he has a lot of talent as well. They definitely need to keep an eye on him, Gunjur.
Certainly, and arguably, and these are the kind of individuals or the kind of players that you need in the heart of the midfield to be able to do the killer passes and be able to get the better of your opponents. And that is exactly what he has been manifesting, and that is exactly what he has been exhibiting. So obviously, Gunjur need to keep an eye on him to be able to make sure that they tame him down. Otherwise, he will definitely cost them.
This is a free kick. Umar Tamba Desamba left back is going to take it from a crucial position. And this is going to be the last action of the game. Tamba comes, ricochet of the wall. Daniel is there, he strike it. Good save by Seni Trawale. Gunjur clear their line. And you can hear the whistle from the background. The central referee have had enough of the two sides here, even though it has not been the best of the halves. As far as, I am concerned, definitely I have to attest to it, but probably for the coaches, they get it their own way. And the crowd here will definitely love to see a much better second period compared to the first half. We can certainly say the game has not been as good as the weather, as Jim Beglin will always say. We had a lovely weather here, unlike Europe where it is freezing. All this while there's a